Hello, Megan Bell talking about our week 4 size, modality, pacing, and color adaptations for music activities in the classroom. This is an example of a song that I might use with various grade levels. It's a lot like your brown bear book, but just switched to polar bear. I think I was doing something with zoo animals at the time. And I would take this song and I could either portray it like this, or if I needed to, I could enlarge it. This is the Adobe software that is allowing me to enlarge this. Or, if you have a regular piece of paper, you could always blow it up to a bigger size. If you don't have a smart board or an active board, perhaps you can get yourself a transparency or something that will just project the song onto your wall. That way you can enlarge it. If I needed to tell my students, I'm going to sing part of the song, and you have a special part of my song as well. Sometimes this is a little bit confusing for students to look at, so to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to use my highlighter. This is your part. The highlighted portion is when you sing. If it's not highlighted, it's not for you. Now if I'm splitting my students in two and say, this half sing this one, the one in yellow, and my other half, let's do blue. Anything in blue is yours, anything in yellow is yours. And that way they can clearly distinguish between the two different ones. This also works nicely when you have something that is maybe for the younger grades. This is something I would do with ascending and descending melodies. Which melodies go up? I could take and I could either circle them, oops, I could circle them, or I could do the same type of thing where I can use a highlighter. I highlighted the ones in, I guess the yellow doesn't show up too well. Oops. Let's do green. Green goes up. And which ones go down? My pink melodies go down. So that might be a simple way to demonstrate both color and sizing. Again, I can take this page and I could enlarge it should I need to. An example of using modality. If I am exercising my dynamics, I could take them and I could enlarge them. There we go, a little bit. You can see that. I know you've got part of my projection on there. Something fun I might do is, I don't have to have this necessarily so big. I could have them on smaller ones for the individual students, and they would each get a set of 4. I haven't shown you the 4th one yet for a reason, and you'll see that in just a second. So if I am asking them, okay, what is this? What is this? And they can see them because they're bigger and identify them. But let's say I'm going to say, I want to know which symbol is the soft, is for soft. Which one tells us that the music should be played or sung softly? And they could either hold it up, or sometimes it's fun to take a little bit of Play-Doh and the students can cover it in the Play-Doh. And then afterwards it's kind of fun for them to peel it off. And they have their own little Play-Doh piano. If I am going to use something to demonstrate pacing, I'm going to switch from this to maybe this piece. This is a different, nope. This is a song that I could use at Halloween time called Skin and Bones. If I fully enlarge this, you'll see I have 3 different instruments that I would use in my ostinato. I would have already taught the song, so the students know the song. I could have used some of those examples of enlarging and using color that I showed earlier. And now I want to add an ostinato. Some of my students aren't reading notes yet. They don't read notes until 2nd grade with me. And so something I could do is, we do know these instruments. We know what these things are, and so we talk about these different items. We talk about how many sounds they make. Well, if this makes, how many sounds does a ghost make? A ghost doesn't really make any sound, it's very silent, so we use that as a quiet. What about a witch? Witch is 1 sound, and so on and so forth. This one I would ask, now which way does my bat look like it's flying? It's flying up. Well, my bat is making the 1 macrobeat sound, but it's flying up. So we're going to use that in a special way. And then I would ask them to identify, what is this? It's a ghost. Is it going to make a sound? Nope. And then we go through each one, and there's my witch. There's my sound. So you go ghost, 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 witch, ghost, 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 witch on your triangle. And so on and so forth for this ostinato, candy corn, candy corn, candy corn, ghost. And with this one as well. Now on my glockenspiel, I would have the students play kind of going up on the glockenspiel in order to make that ascending sound at this ostinato point. If I wanted to take it, maybe I have some higher students in the class, and I'm going to say, why don't you create something for us? Then they can take and they can create their own patterns. Maybe I have a student who has a little more difficulty. They can't quite turn the kabasa 3 times. And so I'll say, all right, let's do one sound. Witch, witch. I could create something like that for them, something that would be a little bit easier. Then for your advanced students, like my 2nd grade would be able to do this one, I could say, all right, we've talked about how many sounds this is. Now let's put in the notation. We have our quarter rest, our ascending sound, our quarter note, and our triplet for our triple meter piece. Sorry, percussionists, I'm not quite sure how to do ascending on a piece of paper. But this is an example of what I could do with pacing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.